to the Scamslam channel. I'm here to bring you content from both shady and some not so shady individuals on TikTok. Ever scrolled through your For You page and come across a sketchy scam or a questionable character? Well, you're not alone, and that's where I come in. On this channel, I'll be diving deep into the world of TikTok to expose scams, scammers, and problematic content to steer clear of. From beggars, scammers, fakers, liars, abusers, and awareness creators that you watch, I'll be here to share it all. I'll be doing it all through showing live streams and adding in comments where appropriate. Be sure to look out for those red flags. So if you want to stay informed on what's really going on in the world of TikTok, then hit that subscribe button and join me on this wild ride. Let's expose the truth together, and reminder, don't send money to anyone on TikTok.
Hey, Cole. Bro, this is so many fucking videos. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you for the heart me, Tata. Double tap and share. I got fucking time today. Okay? What's up with Spilled on the FYP, like always deleting her shit? What's the point of having a YouTube? Like, what you got going on? I don't know if this other shit that I've already played a million times is on Drama Talk. Hey, Janny.
Working across teams is tough, but Asana helps you handle it. Asana AI can spot roadblocks and assign work to keep everything on track. That's how work gets handled. Visit us.
I know that the clip. So when I covered the Bree situation with Retina and Holly, and it was Retina's live, and I believe it was from November, and I already played the shit. I played what Retina said, and then I played what actually happened. But I'm pretty sure it was on Spilled on the FYP, that it didn't come from the Drama Talk. But I'm scrolling, trying to see if I can find this video that I already fucking played. Holly, mate, you want my attention so fucking bad. Like, truly. Because respectfully, if I'm a liar, then you're a fucking liar too. Because if this is what you're talking about, I already proved you lied. I already proved that you sat up there and spin that narrative. I already proved it. I already played it. I actually covered that the second it happened, which was literally how many months ago? Two, and we're still stuck on that. Is that what you're still stuck on? Because, like, what? Y'all have sat on live and talked about me in pretty much every live you've had for the last at least month. And I posted like 3 or 4 weeks ago that at this point y'all are beefing with yourself because I wasn't even giving you attention. But you want to be commenting on my shit. But you're commenting on my shit. As if I go live and talk about y'all. You know what's even fucking weirder? Is you trying to portray that you got blocked for any other reason other than being over here, right? And your little friend Unknown being in the panel, right? Because we've already clocked this too. We've already clocked this too. I don't know why y'all pay attention to me so heavily, but you don't actually pay attention, right? Because Unknown sat in this box and thanked me. She was thanking me for what I was doing. Okay? And then what happens is you all drop from here, you all leave, you all go start a live, and then you all go start talking shit about me, which I also played. You're part of the group that never wants the solution to the fucking problems. And I don't know why you're not understanding that. Okay? You guys are not the type that wants the solution to the fucking problem. I covered this when I was trying to mediate for Floridaman and Smashly. Okay? I've already covered this. Right? It came into play with the whole Retina green screening and trying to put Smash on blast. Remember? That you didn't want a resolution. That you didn't want a resolution until it benefited you. Okay? Well, now the class is confused. Right? The class is confused because, like, you didn't want a solution and you didn't want mediation. Right? But now, if I'm trying to throw myself at the forefront of the line to protect innocent people, now that's a fucking problem too. Now that's a fucking problem too? So which one is it? Because you can't have it all ways.
And a potential treatment option at managingdepression.us.
And an even better question, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing to help come up with a solution to the problem? Other than being still stuck on old shit that's already been clocked. I already clocked that you lied. I played the clips. I didn't even have to say anything. I played the clips back to back. So no, I don't understand what the problem is. Because just like I asked you today, what exactly is going to be the happy medium for y'all? What's going to be the happy medium for y'all? Because I don't think the happy medium is worrying about old shit when we got new shit to take care of. Okay? The only thing I hear out of your mouths is me, 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 me. Okay? You want to talk about everybody else and their victim mentality, right? But you bitches sit on live and you're nothing but victims every damn day. But I don't see you advocating for anybody else. Okay? You dragged me for trying to do the right thing. And now y'all want to talk shit and drag me for trying to do the opposite. So which is it? Which one is it? Show up over here and play a clip of where I lied on you. Okay? And I'll let you do your big one. But if it's about that situation, I'm going to embarrass the fuck out of you when I find this clip. Because I've already clocked this. It's already been clocked. You sat in Retina's shit. And you lied. You were dishonest. You spun a narrative because clearly you didn't even understand the full story. Okay? That happened. And then I played the clip of what was actually said. And what's even weirder to me is that shit was between me and Bree. And me and Bree have squashed the shit. So why is it still a problem for you? Why is it still a problem for you? You were just chasing me around in a live the other night where you got a box and was talking about me over there too. You guys sit live and you talk about me constantly. And I have not said a word. I told you you had one-sided beef because I don't give y'all the attention you're looking for. Like, I can't make the shit make sense. And you still always find a way to take the topic off of what's important. You think that old shit is important right now? Do you think that that old shit is important right now? Or do you think that women and children and all the shit that's getting plastered all over line is important? Or was it only important when it was you? Right? Because I feel like that's what you're trying to make your argument, right? Oh, well, nobody cared when it was us. That's just interesting to me, you know? Y'all recycle the shit out of your shit. Like, y'all are still talking about shit that happened months ago. Months ago. Weeks ago. Y'all stay mad about the weirdest shit. Literally. You're mad about shit that doesn't even matter at the end of the day. And you really think that you're like on the upside of that. When I already clocked it. I already played it on live. Which was you telling a lie in 4K about how a situation happened. And then I played how it actually happened. It was all clips. Like, and y'all still talk about me. You've been talking about me at least every other live since the shit happened. You always got some slick shit to say about me. Always. And I keep letting it slide. I keep not saying anything. And I'm sure the chat will agree, because the people that watch me continuously can honestly tell you, well, let me ask, when was the last fucking time that I talked about Holly Mae or Retina? Let me know. And if you also watch them, when was the last time you heard them talk about me? If you watch their lives consistently. Go ahead, I'll wait. And you are literally chasing me around the app. You tried to do the same shit in that Problem Child's live, Holly Mae, that you did in Bree's live that same exact night. Literally the same exact thing. You tried to jump up there and insert yourself in some shit that literally had nothing to do with you, that had nothing to do with me. Okay? I went in there, I asked the lady if she had any questions for me. I did as much explaining as I could, right? And then Smash comes in and starts talking at me instead of to me, right? And then they expect that I'm going to sit in a box with the dude who's literally plastering women and children all over the fucking internet right now. Which is fine for y'all to do it to prove a point, right? But I have a moral and a standard, and that's what the fuck I'm not gonna do. And the fact that some of you still box up with him is fucking appalling to me. Straight up appalling. Doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense to me. None. You wanted me to have a preconceived way of how I did things, a preconceived way of how I said things. You wanted me to do this, and you wanted me to do that, and I didn't do this right, and I didn't do that right. And we always talk about context, but nobody ever showed up and gave fucking context to that situation, right? I'm such a bad guy for trying to mediate to make sure that strays and people that didn't have shit to do with it didn't get caught in a crossfire. That's why y'all are fucking mad? And yet I'm still throwing myself on the forefront of the line every time I see even a new person being attacked. I'm still the first person, one of the first people to throw myself out there to try to deter it and to bring the attention back onto me. even for people that I don't fuck with. And the only thing you fucking weird bitches have to worry about is me, me, me. Me, me, me. I know that you proved that I lied, but I just feel like you lied too. You're so receipts. Like, you have this expectation that every single thing that everybody comes into my box and says, like, oh, you fed your cat this morning? I'm gonna need you to show a fucking picture. Okay? Because if you don't, then we might be spreading a narrative on TikTok Live. That's how fucking stupid you guys sound. Get it together.
Working across teams is tough, but Asana helps you handle it. That's because Asana
Get it
humans and AI
together.
coordinate work together. AI can spot roadblocks and assign work in a snap, so everything and everyone stays on track. That's how work gets handled. That's Asana.
Make it make sense.
At Asana.com. That's ASANA.com.
We can't have it all at one time, so make the shit make fucking sense. Somebody's got to make it make sense. You think for any reason that I would need to sit in a box, in somebody's box, when that man is also boxed up to give anybody a fucking explanation is beyond me. I don't need to do that. I'm not required to do that. And I shouldn't be talked shit to because I choose to not do that, right? It's weird. It's weird. Some of you that are still providing him a box, it's fucking weird. Truly. Truly. It makes me question if we actually want a resolution or if it's content. And I'm sorry, but if you're willing to make exceptions for content and money at the expense of women and children, I don't fuck with you. It's disgusting. You should change your standards. Why are we making that exception? As mothers with children, as women, even if you don't have children, why are you making that exception? As women who are still sitting over there crying, nobody cared when it happened to us. What are you doing to the people that it's happening to now? And you can remove me from that equation because I know you got all types of hate and beef for me, right? And it's not even about me because it's happening to a lot of women and children. What about them? What are you doing for them? How much are you advocating for them? Or are you still sitting over there worried about what the fuck happened to you? What are you doing to advocate? Are you throwing yourself to the front of the line? Trying to deter the attention at all? Trying to clock it? For every one of you, and don't lie to me, for every one of you that has this fucking creep's number, right? And I know that it's a few of you. Have you tried to hand the phone number off to anybody to have it traced, to have it have him picked up, right? Or are you just sitting online calling him on that same number, getting the fucking photo dumps, and sitting stagnant? Is it content for you? Is it money for you? Do you actually care? Because the frustrating thing for me right now is not being able to decide who actually gives a fuck and who doesn't. And it's weird. It's probably one of the weirdest things I've ever fucking experienced on this app. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Did it ever occur to you that I actually stood by what my standard was and I did exactly what the fuck I encouraged y'all to do? Did that ever occur to you?
But you're not most people.
Right, Holly Mae? Because I heard y'all talking shit about that too the other day. I was sent it. I was sent it.
Or kidcords.com for your middle school business.
Oh, yeah, you know, because she might, like, yeah, she knows the top dog, you know? You guys are so worried about talking shit about people that you just have beef with that you're not focusing on what the actual fucking problem is.
Website. Terms and conditions apply.
And it's so weird to me. It's so weird to me. Grown women, by the way. So very weird to me. What are you doing to protect the next? What are you doing to protect the next? Right? Make that shit make sense. They're not happy he's not going after them. But yeah, and honestly, that's my point. And maybe that's the point they were trying to make about me when I was trying to mediate. Okay? The whole point is that I also was trying to take the higher road because there was a lot of innocent people that were about to get caught in the crossfire. Right? One side was stubborn and said they didn't give a fuck, and the other side just didn't want to understand and still doesn't. Still doesn't. They don't want to understand my logic behind it. They just want to drag me and talk at me instead of to me about it still. I don't even know how the shit started with all of them over there, right? I didn't ask. At that point, it didn't matter to me. At that point, it didn't matter to me. I just didn't want any more innocent people to get caught up. There was no point in that. It's just odd to me. It's odd to me the arguments they came up with in the first place, but now that it's on to new shit, they're still stuck on old shit. You're still stuck on old shit. Old shit that I've already fucking covered. You keep trying to panel hop to find me and get me into boxes and shit I've already covered. I don't have time for that shit. I don't have the patience for it. I don't do this for clicks and views. Like, I don't care. I don't need to sit in boxes and argue with people, and at the end of the day, I really don't have to fucking explain myself either. For weeks you have talked about me and I have said nothing. I have said nothing. I'm starting to see and I'm starting to feel like people don't actually want to do the right fucking thing. That to an extent, it is clicks and views for people. That to them, it is just solely entertainment. And to me, that's wild as shit. And if that's what it's going to be, I'll leave the app. Like I said, I don't give a fuck. I will leave the app. I will delete my pages. It makes no fucking difference to me. None. Because what I'm not going to do is throw myself on the front of the line and try to help and advocate for people or try to do the right thing just for people to not give a fuck at the end of the day anyway. It's weird to me. It's weird to me. Or to act like people who try to do the right thing don't make mistakes. That's also fucking weird to me. Like, we're not robots. We're not robots, right? Like, make the shit make sense. It makes no sense to me. Makes no fucking sense at all. Because some of us know this is just an app and don't make it our entire life. At what point do you draw that line, though? Right? How do you separate that from real life stuff happening to you? And I understand that from all sides. When my mental gets bad, I turn it off and log off. And honestly, that's perfect. And I tell people that all the time. The problem is that not everybody is strong enough to do so. Not everybody knows or understands their limits. Not everybody has that ability, right? And sadly, at some point, this shit is going to cost somebody their life. On the other side of the FYP, it already has. And people just still don't seem to fucking get it. They don't care. They don't care. The amount of people that saw it and still don't care is fucking alarming to me. Because they're doing the same or worse. They don't care. And that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. Makes no sense to me at all. People literally sit at the feet of a man and praise a man and support and double tap and haha and kiki and gift a man who is literally on the run from doing people in the worst wrong ways and using manipulation to do it. And projecting to y'all that he's actually a good person and an advocate and that he gives a fuck about you. Heavy on that. Yeah. When he robbed that business, do you think that he was thinking about that business owner or their kids? Huh? The charges on the elderly man who passed away, and so there were never any charges because they couldn't be pressed because the man passed away? Huh? How much of a master manipulating narcissist it took to call a Walmart and convince them that you're actually a maintenance person to go in and actually physically get a claw machine out of the store after you talk to clerks into a truck, and you really seem to think that he is a good man who gives a fuck about you and really just wants to praise on doing the right thing while covering fraud when he's wanted for felony fraud. And y'all eat that shit up. Y'all eat it up. Yeah? Crazy, ain't it? Yeah. It's literally the weirdest shit I've ever seen. Literally the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
As your host, I have some rules. First, no showers longer than 5 minutes. This isn't a spa.
And wanted for stalking and harassment plus a few other things I can't speak on right now. 3 warrants. Yeah. But he's an advocate and he gives a fuck about you, right? Yeah. Everything that his entire team, including Monster's crybaby ass, everything that they cry about and that they're a victim of, is literally what they sit at the feet and gift about. And Monster, you're no better. You're the same facade wrapped up in a weird little fucking mask that decides when shit gets too tough, you want to take a break. You are no different. I've been seeing clips of you all over my FYP that are vile as shit. Disgusting. And you have the audacity to cry about anything at all. Is beyond me. Way beyond me. It's selective outrage. It's hypocrisy. And it's not about like simple stupid shit. It's about serious shit. It's about the same shit that y'all claim that you're victims of, but you do it. And it's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Truly. Yep, sort of crazy. I saw that too. I definitely saw that too. And you know, the craziest part about it is it's all of this started over here because they tried to run with the shit that OG frauded Farrah. Okay? It all started over here because I stuck my neck out and I advocated for somebody because I saw something for exactly what it was and I was like, yeah, no, this ain't right. You're spreading a false narrative. You're sending a false message, right? So when we proved that the message being sent was actually not the truth, then the narrative switched to now it's a Norco, Rico, we're doing stuff over the internet, right? I said it before, I'll say it again, both scenarios can't be true at the same time. Yeah, Farrah's all over this app being a fucking mess. She can't keep her story straight. And as a matter of fact, I came across a clip today from a page that they're claiming is me, where Snark actually jumps all over Farrah because Farrah literally in the chat while the screenshot's being shown in Snark's is trying to say that the money didn't come from her and Snark loses her shit on her. It was like, well, actually, no, it did come from you, but you want to know what's weird? If the second scenario is true, the description underneath the transaction that Farrah sent Snark had one of the code words in it. Ain't that something? But I told you and I made it clear, I'll make it clear again. The only thing that any of you did by saying my name for all these days straight was get your buddies and your pals investigated by the feds. Because the first mistake you made was claiming that I had any knowledge of that shit. Knowing damn well that I don't even come from over there on that side of the FYP. The worst thing you did was try to accuse me of having knowledge, because then what I did was I took what knowledge I did have of the fraud scheme and all the receipts, which included the addresses of all your pals, and I absolutely handed it to the fucking FBI. You're damn right I did.
Those are our people, and we've been proudly serving them for over
Yup.
100 years. Because here, we take care of our own. USAA.
So ain't that something? Right? Because you're running around this shit all a mess with no address. You got all these little cronies co-signing all this weird shit you're doing, and you got them involved in all this stuff and their names, and you're playing recorded phone calls of all this weird, trafficking shit that's going on TikTok Live, and you didn't think that when you accused somebody that actually didn't have knowledge that they weren't going to go take it where it needed to fucking be, like I suggested to the first group the first time? Because your pals have addresses, and they were very much on the receipts that I was given as proof that OG did not fraud Farrah. So ain't that some shit? Yeah. And the best I got with that is have fun with it. Have fun with it. I'll do any interview that I need to do. I have given them pretty much everything I have. I do have the clip saved of the live phone call where you thought you ate while you were trying to run a narrative. Okay? That's the last thing to go when it's necessary. But it's just, it's weird to me. It's weird to me, all the extra shit that other people could be doing with the phone numbers and all this shit, and you guys are just choosing not to. How many women have ROs that have been breached and failed? All those warrants? All of the hundreds of people that disagree with this shit, how many of y'all have emailed TikTok safety? If you lie to the police about your name, the entire report's count. What does that have anything to do with anything? You think that I would lie to them about what my name is? Or are you talking about somebody else? Oh, he did that. Yeah, I'm not shocked. Are we shocked? Are we shocked? And honestly, I doubt he even called. I doubt he even called. Because if you think that the laws work how you want them to work on TikTok, which is that the buyer shouldn't be held accountable, just the seller, you're definitely a dumb criminal. You're definitely a dumb one. All those mothers with children that sit over there. And every time he drags a mother with children, Doxxes the house where their children sleep. All this shit he does to mothers with children, I feel like the first question you should ask is, what about your kids, dude? What about your kids, sir? You're trying to drag mothers with children. You want to talk about abandonment and all this shit, but you ran from everything, including your fucking kids. Do you want to talk about it? Do you want to explain to the class why you went from full custody to visitation to nothing at all? While you're busy dragging everyone else's kids. Or should we call Carol and ask her? But that would be a problem, wouldn't it? But that would be a problem, wouldn't it? You got no right talking about any mothers. None. You don't have a right talking about kids. You shouldn't talk about fathers. You don't have the right to talk about fraud. You are a piece of shit. You don't get the right to talk about any of it. Because you don't do any of it right. You have done nothing in life correctly. Which is why you were a grifter in a van, running from abusing women, abusing the law, abusing businesses, literally defrauding people. Plain and simple. And all the assholes that sit with you are just as guilty, and that fucking includes Monster. Time to rip the mask off. You might as well. Because this little dirty shit, and then when you're hot on the FYP, all the really nasty shit that you used to do starts coming out. Then you want to run and hide and take a break, and that's not how it works. Because do you guys give a fuck about anyone else's mental health? It's really embarrassing that any of you can join a panel or host a panel talking about anybody's mental health when you haven't given a single fuck about anybody else's at any given point in time. None. It's weird. The same shit that you cry about is the same shit that you co-sign, and you can't have it both ways without looking like a little goofy goober. It's weird to me. It's weird to me. And at this point, I think that it should be all gloves off. If it means to save somebody's life, I think that all gloves should be off. I think that with somebody that vile and dangerous, if they're going to do all this shit to you, take your gloves off and match the energy. If you're not going to take the extra steps to make sure that he gets caught and to stop it in order to potentially save a life, all gloves are off. Start dismantling the skeletons in his fucking closet. Because I think it's time. Maybe your kid's school principal needs an email letting them know what you sit on live doing to multiple people. To my understanding and the conversations I've had, it's over 30 in a year and a half. Right? Maybe your kid's school needs the email to let them know what you're out here doing to multiple different people, not caring what the repercussions for you and your own could be. Maybe it's time. Maybe your resources need to be reached out to. Because, yeah, it's the weirdest shit to me. Innocent mothers, children. Yeah, Floridaman, you got so much shit to say about Smash, and right now it's fuck Smash, because I'm so sick and tired of you talking at me instead of to me. But it's just weird how much you want to drag her and talk about the fact that she goes live after she puts her kids to bed, but you ran from yours, sir. You ran from yours? As a whole grown-ass man, you want to talk about a woman and her children, and multiple women and their children, right? You're actively talking about P3DOs and bringing awareness and the fact that they're on the apps and they shouldn't be, but you get mad at the mommies and daddies and you start just tossing addresses out to where these kids lay their head, and you want to call yourself an advocate and think that you're not in any way, shape, or form a harm to women and children. And the women sitting with you just eat that shit up, and the only thing that makes me think is, what are the skeletons in their closet? And let me tell you, this shit is going to keep going, and we're going to dig. That's what's going to happen. I'm just letting you know right now, we're going to dig. I want to know why they're co-signing, not helping you get caught to protect families. That what skeletons do they have? I got to know. There's got to be a reason why they co-sign everything that you do, sir. Okay? Being upset because you got caught in some lies isn't a reason to do what you do. You're vile. And it's not just standard vile. You're actually putting women and children in danger. Heavy on the children. Heavy on the children. They're afraid they will be his next target. A couple of them, yes. I know that for sure, because they're in my DMs. A couple of them, absolutely for sure. The other ones, there's no excuse. Amanda K being one of them. I don't know what backyard in Kentucky you were inbred in with your basic Marlboro Light smelling ass. I'm sure of it. But you are probably one of the weirdest ones with your racist ass. Clock that, because you are. You've been caught in 4K multiple different times. Multiple different times. You're also a flip-flopper, right? You just want to roll with the punches with what's happy for the narrative is the type of bitch you are. Right? And I know for a fact you've got to have skeletons in your closet, just the way you present yourself. And that's a fact. I'm a people reader, and there's something different about you. You are harmful to children, sir. You need to stop acting like you're an advocate, because every single day for the last, I don't know how many days, you have literally put children in harm's way. Literally. And I don't give a fuck if you like their mom or not. I don't really care. I don't care if you like their dad or not. There's no reason for it. There's no reason for it. You're not an advocate. You're not an advocate. You're literally handing P3DOs addresses for kids just because you don't like their parents. What are we not understanding? You can't seem to let the scammy clause shit go either. But while you're actively bringing awareness to a P3DO on the app, you're literally within minutes handing out an address to where a mother and a child lays their head. You don't care if they're DV victims. You don't care about any of it. It's weird to me. Giving a fuck about everything except your own. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. But if we sat on live and we dismembered and dismantled all of the skeletons in your closets and the reasons in the court papers on what happened with yours, that would be a problem? I don't think it's going to be a problem anymore. I think it's actually time. I think it's time that people actually learn the truth. Okay, so you can leave everybody the fuck alone, or I am completely lowering my bar, and I'm going to be somebody that everybody's probably going to hate, and it probably will cancel me. But if it means that I can protect the next person and make sure that somebody doesn't unalive because you're a solid piece of shit, then that's exactly what I will do. I will cancel myself in order to melt this shit of an empire that you're trying to uphold. I've seen enough. I've heard enough. On everything I love, I will cancel myself. If you're a mother, speak up. If you're a mother, do the right thing. If you're a mother, please understand that this becomes a point where it's not entertainment. Do your fucking part. File the reports. Start investigating. Start doing digging. Start trying to figure it out. If you have his number, do what you need to it. Okay? VPN or not, he can still be tracked. Point blank, period. If you're human, do the right thing. Point blank, period. Yeah, and you know what? That's fine. They don't have to care, because at the end of the day, they're going to be held accountable too. I can promise you that at least 6 of them are going to be held accountable real fucking soon. Real soon. Right? Because they all sat in the panels and they all took parts in the calls, and some of them are on the receipts. Please don't think that I'm playing about that. It happened. It's filed. It's in. The check mark turned green. He's also a big part in that. His name's all over it. He's the one that brought awareness to it, right? Snark, your receipts with Farrah have the same exact code words. Point blank, period. All of it was submitted. I don't know what to tell y'all. Blame your buddy. Blame your buddy. Because if you thought that I was going to get accused and just sit quiet on some shit that I actually didn't have knowledge of, and Farrah's still sending money to Randall Gillis. Yeah, isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Creeper dude who also preys on women. Isn't that interesting? But that doesn't fit their narrative, right? That's not awareness worthy? Or do they just need Farrah for a punchline? Yeah? It's giving that she's paying him too. That's what it's giving. It's giving now they're all running the punchline to get paid. That that Florida address on one of these receipts, that wouldn't happen to be where you're hiding out, is it? You wouldn't happen to be hiding him out, would you, Farrah? I may be silent a lot, but I'm not fucking stupid. Okay? They are not about awareness. It's about bringing shame and fear. Oh, yeah, facts. Facts. And sadly, it's going to take a life. If it doesn't fucking stop, they're going to take a life. That is their goal. I will go straight to hell if it means that I could put myself on the forefront to take the attention off of everybody else to get the shit to stop. That's who I am. I will make that sacrifice. I will throw myself out on the front line. But I will have to go to hell to do it. And I will. I will go straight to hell to do it. And at this point, you get what you get, dude. You get what you get. I personally know someone who almost took their life because of this crap. Yeah, facts. Facts. I've gotten stories from a few people. Which makes it even more fucking annoying that some of the people that have been through it are just worried about old ass beef that at the end of the day doesn't fucking matter. That shit is not gonna make or break somebody or save somebody's life at all. What are you doing to help solve the problem? And if it's nothing but clicks and views, then you're the exact same whether you fuck with him or not. Point blank, period.
Now starting at just $99. Get started at noon.com.
It's sad, the horror stories. Tons of them. Tons of them. Shit that I haven't even seen on the internet. The stories I have in my DMs. About what this has done to people. Starting from like a year and a half ago. He's a monster. But what are we doing to fix it? What are we doing to solve it?
Grab to you real quick. I went into a luxury of life, not knowing each other for real.
What are we doing to fix it?
Flower bomb. Let me guess your favorite fragrance. And you got that bomb. I'm trying that in nature. No
Huh?
disrespecting, baby.
Florida man, is it going to take for us to dig into your situation with your kids?
Try to keep your spirits up. Little vodka, whatever. Took it forever. Took it
Huh? Which one did you abandon quicker, Florida man? Them or the cards you stole? Which one? Which one? Which one was it? Which one? Which one did you run from faster? While you're talking about all these other mothers and their children. People who quite literally haven't done shit to you. Which is even weirder. What about the skeletons in your closet that are very much going to get dug up? You can leave people alone or I'm going to make a whole fucking series out of it. And I might be a little bit quiet for a while to put it together, but when I pop out, I'm going straight to hell. And I'm going to have a whole panel of people going straight to fucking hell with me. On everything I love. I promise you, I will fucking cancel myself off of this app. And please understand that yes, I have held a standard, but I have hitters in my corner that love to go straight to hell. And you think you're slick and you're funny with your half-truths and weird fucking scenarios, you just wait till they panel up. You just wait. Because I know at least 3 of them that'll have Carol on the phone in the fucking panel. And I can promise you that with as many victims that you have on this app, that there are probably hundreds of people behind this right now. I am not fucking scared of you. I don't know at what point you ever thought that I was, because maybe I was quiet for a little while. But that's just not ever going to be the case. I will cancel myself. And to the mothers that sit over there, disgusting. To the ones that are DMing me, that are scared, fix it now. Fix it now. Stop waiting. Stop waiting, because it's going to get worse before it gets better. If we know anything about him, this is going to get worse before it gets better. If you're one of the ones DMing me and I catch you over there in the chat or the panel, that's not going to be good either. Because I'm tired of this sneaky, let's talk shit about him behind his back while we sit over there so that we don't get dragged. I'm done with that. That day's over. Do you understand?
Book now on Verbo.
If you live in a Michigan zip code and have 0 DUIs in the last 5 years,
I am not playing.
listen carefully. I was an insurance
I am not playing. The line is drawn in the sand. Enough's enough.
to save you up to 80%.
And let me tell you something. If the worst thing about me is my bald fucking head, then I think I won at life.
Insurance out of any state in the country. As we all know, from
Yeah.
the recent 2025 leak, insurance companies are now in trouble for overcharging Michigan drivers by as much as 80% for the same coverage.
If the best thing you got is putting my fucking face on a cheeseburger, I won at life.
Fight to keep because of inflated commissions. But here's the dirty secret. If
Yeah.
you're in Michigan, they won't let you know you can lower your rate now, and they're happy to keep overcharging you. My neighbor Jessica
Yeah, the people trying to hide in the chat, listen.
was paying $80 a month for 15 years.
I might be quiet. My team might be quiet, but we see and hear everything.
60% after filling out
Even the things I put limits on, like, unless it's this, I don't want to see it or hear it. They know everything. Everything.
You're being overcharged. But they won't call you with a better rate. Why would they? You're already paying too much, and their shareholders love it. I quietly tell my favorite clients, be proactive. Go through my service.
And enough's enough. Enough's enough. I think the problem is that everybody has been so scared of you that they didn't want to dig around in the bones in your closet and do the same exact thing to you that you do to them. And if they have, I think it's even more telling of a person that they have and you still just don't give a fuck, especially not about women and children, while you're handing P3DOs their addresses to where their kids lay their head. What you're doing is not awareness. It's not awareness at all. I think truly you're out for somebody's life.
My brother-in-law is a homeowner in Grand Rapids and was paying $250 monthly for 2 years.
And I'm willing to go to hell to prevent it.
And found the same coverage for $65. Think about how much money he saved per year. Here's the insider secret. Insurance companies have been exposed for overcharging Michigan residents. Right now, you can take advantage of this opportunity to save. Once they meet their quota,
I don't want to have to do that.
I've seen this cycle for 30 years. It's happening right now. They're counting on customer inertia. People who keep paying without checking. We call them sleepers. Customers
He was going on sites and even posting those mothers' info, so who knows who got their info. That's actually crazy as fuck.
the application. 5 minutes.
That's actually crazy.
If you're a Michigan driver with no DUIs, you can save up to 80%. You're not begging, you're telling them to recalculate. But quarterly quotas don't last forever.
Are any of his supporters in here?
In 30 years, I never saw companies
Right? Because I know that there's at least 200 people that watch him every time he goes live.
you already have a good deal. But why not spend 5 minutes to make sure? Click below, answer a few quick questions to
He put it on the dark web.
then complete the application to get a rate reduction. After 30 years in the business, I'm telling you what I tell families, you're exactly who they want. Apply right now.
Panel's open. If anybody's got any stories to share.
Nobody likes a cracked windshield.
What was that?
But you can go to SafeLight.com and get it fixed now and pay later. Awesome. SafeLight can come to you for free.
What the? Bougie, why the fuck are you in here? Pretty sure your main is blocked. Secondly, you literally, you're his top co-signer. And you're a mother. The fuck are you doing in here? You're literally a mother, and you think the shit's funny. Literally. Don't hide in the chat. Why don't you grab a box and tell the class what about it makes you co-sign that shit and sit with it? Are you terrified too? Because you know what he has on you, or you watch what he does to everybody else and you know that you're probably going to be next? Or do you know that you're safe because you have his location? Is that what it is? Huh? Two in the same, birds of a feather flock together? Which is it? Which is it? I got time today. I've got time today. People need to stop being scared. And I know that's hard to do, but you have to stop. If you want him to stop, you have to stop being fucking scared. And everybody's going to have to pull together to make it happen. And this is proving exactly my point. He is literally out for blood. He is going to take a life. People want to keep their jobs and their neighbors safe. Oh yeah, hey, Contrary Contradictions is in the chat. Hey, could you leave some comments while my hands are like this, please? Yeah, unfortunately, that's what he feeds on, is fear. He loves it. He loves it. It's what keeps feeding him, is the fear of women and children. Why is nobody, I mean, I can't say why is nobody else seeing that. Why are people still sitting with him not seeing that? That what feeds him is the fear of women and children. Point blank period. Because if it wasn't that, he wouldn't so carelessly cover P3DOs while actively putting mothers and kids' addresses online. Point blank period. It's a fact. You're talking about somebody who has absolutely nothing to lose. So even for the people that are scared for their surroundings, there are still things that you can do. Mass Report's one of them. Why did they get blocked? Unblock them, please. No, it was a mistake. Yeah, it just goes to show. I mean, everybody's different, right? It just goes to show. It's sad that a lot of people actually enjoy it and think that it's entertainment, right? His destruction has been about 2 years. They know what they are getting into. So what's it going to take? What are y'all's suggestion? Is it going to take 300 people to match his destruction? Is it going to take 300 people to match the destruction right back to him? And completely dismantle his entire fucking life on TikTok? What do you think the solution is? Let me know in the chat. Let's go talk to Dennis. Who's Dennis? Who's got the tea on Dennis? What's it gonna take? What's it gonna take, yo? Does everybody just need to delete the app that's on that side of the FYP? What's it gonna take? Matches bones. Yeah, because you like to talk at me instead of to me, Smash. Dennis is also I don't know who Dennis is. Not a clue. Isn't Dennis a pred too?
So I won't lie. Yes, there is a lot of accusations on Dennis, and I don't know the validity of any of them. However, Dennis is who gave Floridaman a foot in the door on this app and made him what he is today.
So we're blaming Dennis.
Well, I don't know if he literally made him the creep he is or a fucking criminal, but I'm sure that man has a lot of interesting information on Floridaman.
Yeah, like I said, I'm ready to go to hell. I'll cancel myself to go to hell. I am being completely fucking transparent that I am completely and totally willing to completely lower my bar as low as it'll go, even if it means canceling me, to get this guy to shut the fuck up, if it means to save a life or to preserve women and children. 110%. 110%. I will get the meanest bitches I have in my empire on the phone with Carol in the panel. I swear to God, we will email your kid's school and let them know what you're doing on everything I love. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of watching mothers and children be thrown all over the app while you're actively bringing awareness to P3DOs and doing what the fuck you're doing. 2 minutes later, putting a woman and child's address on the app. I'm done. I can't, I'm not going to watch it anymore. If I have to go to hell to save a life, then I will. I will literally sacrifice my platform. I will sacrifice everything I stand for to stop him. And I will go to hell.
All I gotta say before I jump down is I have free international calling. Whoop! Love you, bye.
Period. Something's got to give. Something's got to give. I'm willing to literally throw myself on the front line. I've been trying to deter his energy and attention away from other people, mothers that have children. But collectively, we have to do something. Something's got to give. That's fine. I don't even know who Dennis is. To be honest, I don't know who Dennis is. I don't know who Dennis is. The people that are terrified, there is shit that you can do. Every single time he hits the live button, mass report. Every time you can get a clip of him doing something vile, send it, email it to TikTok. Keep doing it every single day. If 300 people did that every single time he went live, that's motion. That's motion. He goes live when those of us with responsibilities and stuff sleep. Yeah, facts. I mean, do we expect anything different? Yeah, no. I'm reading the comment about doxing. I get it. I do. It's just hard for me. It's hard for me to lower that standard. It's hard for me to lower that bar. It really is. I don't like that shit. I really don't. I really, really don't. That's why I came clean about the Amy S's information. Nobody would have ever even fucking known if I didn't publicly own that shit myself. Okay? I didn't give that information for it to be doxed. I really didn't. I don't like it. I don't like to do that. For petty reasons, for stupid TikTok beef, I don't like it. But I'm really starting to see this as a different light. And I'm really, really terrified that somebody is going to take their life. I feel like that's what it's going to boil down to. At this point, I feel like that's his goal. He feeds on the fear. He literally feeds on the fear. And that's terrifying. That's terrifying because not everybody has the same strength. Not everybody's strong enough. Not everybody's strong enough to know their limit and log off. Not everybody has that strength, point blank, period. And I fear it's going to happen. And I don't want to sit here feeling like I did nothing and just watch it happen. I can't. If I have to go to hell and have my team go to hell, then that's what we're going to do. I will dig up everything. And when it does, it'll only empower him. And that's the scary part, Smash. That's what terrifies me. That's what terrifies me. You have seen his multiple posts about other... Yeah, no. Actually, when I submitted the FBI thing about the narco, all this shit he was accusing me of, the screenshot of what he said about Malibu was included in that. Like I said, the only thing that I couldn't submit because it wouldn't allow me to attach it was the clip where he had Farrah on the phone. Everything else, all the paper receipts for the shipments, including all of his little pals and buddies' addresses that purchased, all got submitted. All of it. How dangerous he is, it all got submitted. I agree, Flip Flop. I agree. I don't even think that his children should be brought into it, but I absolutely think his parenting should. Because like I said, how the fuck are you going to talk about women and children and abandonment and all this shit, and you ran from your kids faster than you ran to that store in Indiana to pass off the $100,000 in cards you stole? Like, be for fucking real. You have no right, reason, or rhyme to sit and talk about a mother and her children when you aren't a father. You're not a dad. You're not being a father. You're not a dad. You don't even have your kids, sir. And you're judging parents. It's weird. And these women think he's like, oh my God. And your mothers. It's so weird to me. It's so weird to me. While you have, I'm assuming, a woman raising your own children. What is wrong with you, dude? Are you literally, like, have you hit that lowest pit in life? Like, right? The quality of a fraud, bringing awareness on fraud kind of shit? You rob and rip people off. That's what you do. But your platform is portraying yourself to be a good man, a good caring man that cares about doing the right thing by people, but you wrong people every day. Right? currently I'm digging into what happened to the elderly man that you robbed and ripped off, and the truth behind his unaliving. I'm curious. It makes me wonder if all this shit you've been throwing out about other people's unalivings, that's not a deflection. If that's not a deflection, because that's the only reason charges weren't pressed on you, sir, because the only witness passed away. I'm going to dig. I am digging. I already know his ego and his pride. He's not going to shut up and stop. So we're going to keep digging, and I'm going to do what I need to do. I'll make that shit into a PowerPoint slideshow. The basement door is fully kicked in. I will set up a call center in every box that TikTok allows me to have, and have your family members on the end of every single one of those phones to try to help bring you to where you need to be, which is locked up. It'll happen. We aren't going to do anything malicious with it, right? Because we're not like you. We want justice. We want you to shut up. We want to save lives. If that means calling your people to try to help or figure out what happened or what your truth is, expose your truth, then that's what we'll do. And I will team up with anybody happily to get it done. My apologies for not understanding before. I was trying to advocate then, but I didn't have a full understanding. So that is 100% my bad. Because I do. I do really, genuinely, truly just want to do the right thing all the fucking time. But I'm human. I'm human. We're all human. But I'm willing to put myself on the line. I'm willing to put myself on the line if it means that another mother or a child or an innocent person doesn't get posted. If you DM'd me on TikTok, I can't until I'm offline. I don't have it logged into my PC. You know he's going to come for you hard. He's already come for me. He's already come for me hard. He's already posted my neighbors, my address, my girlfriend, her family. My girlfriend's never even spoke. She doesn't even get panels. She doesn't even get panels. She doesn't say a fucking word. That's how I know. That's how I know he loves the fear, right? Because the old group, Becca, thought she was eating by giving him all of the tea and the information, and definitely let him know that if he wanted to get to me, he was going to have to come for somebody other than myself. And so he just, innocent people. It's all innocent people. Amber has literally never said a fucking word to that man, ever. And sadly, there's a lot of strays like that. There's a lot of people suffering that have never even said a word. Never been in his platform, never nothing. He doxed a DV victim, 3 of her kids, 3 or 4 of my neighbors, my schmabuser. I already know. Like, it happened, okay? And I'm not crying victim. I'm just saying it's already happened. It's already happened. And yeah, I was informed about his comment about Smash's husband being a P3DO. Oh, but it's a problem if somebody calls him that, right? Right? But if I say that you actively prey on women and children, it's a problem? Right? But I don't understand why it would be a problem, because you actively do it. That is exactly what it's called when you are willing to take a woman and a child's address and post it all over online. That's exactly what it's doing. While 5 minutes prior, you were talking about buddy's name so-and-so who sits with so-and-so who's a P3DO and has the charges that you pull up and show. He's asked for children's info and pictures. That's interesting. And very illegal to have in your phone. Yeah, I'm not running anywhere. I'm not running anywhere. I'm a Taurus. Born a bull, stubborn as fuck. I'm just as stubborn. The only difference is that I took my pain and I made something out of it. I should, you guys are like making fun, like, oh, MJ's a rack baby and all this shit. But I think there's something to be said for somebody who literally decided to break the generational curse and make something of their fucking life instead of choosing to be a career criminal and stand for nothing. So like I said, if the worst part about me that you got is my face on a fucking cheeseburger or my bald ass head, I'm winning in life. You're not eating with that. I've already dealt with the demons from my past. Okay? I'm well aware of what my mother's habits are. Okay? But the same people trying to drag that and making AI memes of the shit with me with an adoption certificate and rugs and drink bottles all around me are the same fucking weirdos that turned around and started a panel and cried when somebody was satire about it. You can't walk in my fucking shoes. This is why sometimes you run your mouth and you meet your match. Because you're gonna have to dig lower than the fucking pits of hell to ever match what I fucking climbed out of, bitch. Alright? I told you that once. I've been letting a lot of shit slide. I've also been very busy on the back end. Understood? I am going to be your worst fucking nightmare. Quite literally. I'm gonna make sure of it. So buckle up, bitch. Basement doors fully kicked in. There's no bar and there's no standard for me right now. The only thing that I won't do is talk about your children or post your children because they are innocent. You ran from them faster than you ran with them fucking stolen Pokemon cards from that business from a man who also has kids, and you landed in Indiana trying to sell that shit, bitch. You ran from yours. That's what you did. And I'm digging up all of your bones, every single one of them. And I'm gonna do it for the bitches that I still don't even fuck with. I'm gonna do it for all of them. Every child affected, every mother affected, all of them. We're gonna see what you have in your closet. I don't care what you got. At the end of the day, you're gonna have to pull up. You're gonna have to pull up. That's what you're gonna have to do. Okay? And let me put you on to something. They put my front door on for your protection, not mine. What you need now? What year my mom first started smoking rack? What do you need? Huh? What do you need? You need my adoption records? You need my abuse records? Is that what you want to expose next? Expose it all, bitch, because I healed. I did the very thing that you fucking refused to do. I dealt with my demons head on, as hard as it was, and I chose to heal. You chose to be a piece of shit. That's a you problem. That's not a me problem, and it's not going to be the problem of all these women and children that you just think this shit's funny and you think you're going to go live and just keep exposing where kids lay their heads. I'm not having it anymore. I don't give a fuck. 0 accounts only. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Like I said, as many people as it takes, I can promise you that I'm going to have more people behind me all day long, every single fucking day that this takes, than you could ever dream of. And some of them get real fucking nasty, let me tell you. And the basement door is kicked in. It's a free-for-all. Whatever they have to do to take care of it, they have full reign and permission. And I don't want to hear any of you or your people cry. None. From today forward, everybody that sits in a panel and cosigns every single time. Yeah, SJ got exposed a little bit today. Plenty more where that comes from if she continues to sit up there. Yeah, Miss LOL when I said, oh, good thing I proved that the email that he showed was actually the truth when he lied about it. In all caps, she says, LOL. I'm not fucking playing anymore. I'm not. All bets are off. The bar is set real fucking low, and I'm not going to say anything to anybody I'm not saying anything to anybody. I'm sorry I said anything prior to. I can blame part of that on not having the full knowledge of every single thing that was going on or what the potential was. I was literally just trying to do the right fucking thing. Because I don't like to see innocent people in the crossfire. I really, really don't. I don't like to lower the bar. I just don't like to. I don't like to. But I fear that it's going to be somebody's life. It's either we do this and I do this now, or it's going to be somebody's life. And I'm willing to cancel myself over it. And I probably will. Depending on how ugly and nasty this gets, as soon as it's done, I'll probably exit the app and call it a day. But something's got to give. Period, Smash. I agree. I agree. The exchanging of information. Listen, bar is real low. Whatever you have, send it. Full fucking send. Any information you have, all of it. Full send. I want it all. Right? Because we can still do it non-maliciously, but get some shit done with it. We need it. It's needed. I got bones to dig up. My entire team has bones to dig up. And chances are there's probably going to be multiple teams with bones to dig up. Okay? It's time for you to get a dose of your own medicine, buddy. It's time for you to get a dose of your own medicine. And I fully back it. I fully back it. Yeah, you might need 2 notebooks. You might need 2 notebooks. The violated protective orders, right, which you have warrants for also. This is like it's so sad. It's so sad that as a grown man who portrays yourself to be an advocate, that you literally have women in fear for their fucking life. Women who have children. I'm pretty sure, sir, that it was you that DM'd me and said that a couple of women have grape allegations or had grape allegations against you, right? So when you decided, and I'm going to use your own fucking words, when you decided to team up with my old group, not knowing the full story or the fact that I have full clips or the fact that I am very much in contact with the baby daddy and have been, okay? Your words were, you always believe the victim. You always believe the woman. That was your words. Okay? 2 for sure, potentially 3. I'd have to unblock you to see the number you gave, but I'm not gonna fucking do that. I'll figure it out on my own while I'm digging. Okay? Because there are heavy concerns right now. There are heavy concerns right now. I have concerns about the way that the Skittles situation was treated and how fucked up her mental health is. And just allegedly right now, because we haven't started digging into that yet. But I'm really starting to question if that's not because of how you portrayed her and pushed her around and dogged her and all the shit you did to silence that girl, and she's screaming for help because nobody's listening. So I'm going to be digging into that too. I want all of it. I want all of it. I want the testimony. I want any proof you have. I want any DMs that you have. I want all of it. I also need to understand, Floridaman, how Mush, right? Because you're such an ally and you like to call out the racism shit, apparently when you deem it's necessary, unless it's bougie, right? Interesting patches that he's got on his biker vest, sir. Do you have any intentions of talking about that? I'm going to dig everything up. I'm going to analyze every single thing. I will do it to every single person who is participating and sitting in the panels. If it means bringing all this shit to an end and bringing justice to a lot of fucking victims. Over a year and a half's worth. At least 30 people, if not more. Okay? Because we don't need to be malicious. If there are people that want to take it the malicious route, I'm not saying a fucking word. I'm not. If it means to save a life, I think that we all need to band together and do whatever it takes to save a life. Because I think we've seen enough shit on this app in the last 2 months. We've already seen it happen once, and it was detrimental. It was terrifying. We saw it literally in 4K in front of our eyes. Yeah. Which one of you are you? How about you shut the fuck up and get out of here? How about that? How about you start there, right? Weirdo account. Yeah, so, because I'm seeing this comment a lot. So has anybody ever actually dug into anything or brought awareness to it? Has anybody actually dug into his life and found truths about custody, what happened with the elderly man who passed away so the charges could never be pressed? Has anybody actually dug deep into that and presented it on live? People are saying yes, people are saying no. Well, if it's true, then somebody would know why he lost custody, right? Does anybody know why he lost custody of his children?
It's so hard to fight in the comments down there. But unfortunately, the one person I know that has dug the most is Scammy Claus. Now, I was more than transparent on why it's forever fuck her, but at this point, if she has information on him that we don't have, it might be worth reaching out.
Period. Somebody said it just said didn't pay child support. Those things are sealed. Not all of that should be sealed. Matter of fact, I think there are documents that I found. I'm just not sure if it's actually him. We're still There's got to be a reason. There's got to be a reason, right? Because if the fight with the baby mom, he was granted full custody. The fight with the baby mom, he was granted full custody. If the case that we have is him, he was granted full custody. Something happened between that and now to where he has none. The brother had to take his girlfriend's kid as well. Okay. So I actually do have that. Period. Now we just need the context of why. Now we just need the context of why. Why'd you run from your children, sir? Why did you run from your own, but you're so invested in everybody else? Why is the word abandonment, when you're speaking on mothers and children, even in your vocabulary? The class wants to know. The class wants to know. The class is going to dig. The class is going to find the answers. And on everything I love, I am literally going to present it as a fucking PowerPoint. While he was driving a BMW, stealing from breast cancer change containers. Yeah, he's a career criminal. Literally, that's what blows my mind the most. Is he sits on here. I'll get the stuff I have together. Give me some time to period. He sits on here portraying he is an advocate and that he's a good person and that he's trying to stand by the right thing, but in real life, it's the complete opposite. And people actually are sitting over there believing that he's worth a fuck. That's literally the worst person. You're literally at the feet of somebody who master manipulates for a fucking living. What are you not understanding? That's literally his MO. How in the world can you believe that he is an advocate for you when in real life he doesn't take a second thought about stealing from a mother, a child, a man, a business who has a family to take care of, the elderly? And you really, really, really think wholeheartedly that he's for your best interest. Literally. Ha ha, Kiki, we love you. Here's some populars. Ass shit. Weird. It's so weird. He's using you and manipulating you just like he does everybody in real life. And it's going right over your head. Right over your head. Oh, dude, you're disgusting. Oh, listen, dude, you are literally offering cash apps. You're offering cash apps. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. You're offering cash apps for the minor children, grandchildren could be minors, to a whole entire list of people. It's you, your post in 4K. Oh, why didn't I have this sooner? It's not too late to file it. You are disgusting, dude. I'm literally going straight to fucking hell with you, dude. I'm going straight to hell with you. Um, all right, Celine. I can't do Celine Dion right now. What is this? This ain't no romance novel. We need to play like Set This Bitch Off or something. Come on now. Uh, 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 Discord. Period on everything that's coming in right now as far as Discord. Put them in the channel. Yo. Did Let me ask an honest question, and I'm gonna be transparent about most of this shit, right? Because receipts are receipts. Receipts are receipts. Receipts are proof. Did anybody with this stuff about the kids? Did anybody file this um for child exploitation? Does anybody know? For child for actual like went to the FBI. Okay, I know people think that I sound fucking crazy when I say the FBI, but I'm really not fucking crazy. Okay, literally there's a category for child exploitation. Did anybody go to that specific category, and if they did you follow through with it? Because this is I'm gonna try to read this as best as I can. Yo, Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, or I'll drive to your effing. Hold on, I'm trying to read ahead so I could try to use like TikTok friendly words. Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, or I'll drive to you, basically, but in a vulgar language, and pay cash to anyone who provides me the following information: family pictures, names, addresses, and phone numbers, the family members, including their children, grandchildren, minors, cousins, nieces, nephews. I don't give a F at this point. Nobody and nothing is off limits to me, to the following people: Dennis, Boss Hog, SBG, Kirsten, Moonbeam, Cassandra, Petty, Skittles, Sketch, Becca, Cookie, Cass, Otto, somebody's mother, Tattoos and Cadillacs, 13, Fab 5, 1 through 5. Moonbeam is definitely on that list. There's a second page. Oh, dude. There's a second page. Fab 5, 1 through 5. Stephanie. Um Stephanie, her kinkle having husband, Holly Mae. Here for this BS. Muggles, Retina, Viking, Road Dog, Calhoun, Monster, Dreads, Mimi to 6, Kendra, Rivka, Rockbiter, Queen E, Myrna, Duffy, Peace, Twinkles, Voices. If you have a problem with it, nothing is off limits, from Jobs to these old dirty C words grandkids. Give 0 F's anymore about any of them. They all want to say and do whatever. Y'all about to see these stupid hoes collectively cry with the sissy C words they are. How many kids you got in your phone, sir? How many pictures of kids did you pay to get? When it's from, but new or old, that's fucking crazy. That requires no context. That requires not. I've never seen this before, ever. That requires no context. The only context that needs to come with that post is the fact that he was willing to pay to have minors saved in his phone from 30 people. Do we want to put a number on it? I'll say 25. The fact that Monster is on that list. Trying to think of who else that's on that list that would sit over there. Holly Mae's on this list. And I know she's got kids. I know Retina has at least one child. Kendra, most of these women have kids. Some of these women have multiple children. Wow. He has my kid, my ex, his girlfriend, her kids, my mom, my dad. Like from this list, like he obtained all that shit is fucking wild. Retina, on everything, did you, with the kid thing, did you file directly with the FBI? Send me all of that, Retina. And on everything I'll file it for you. If any of you have had your kids green screened by this man, all I need is the receipts and I will file it for you. I will file it for you. I will spend every single night as I sit on here and I will file it for everybody. If this is a thing and he actually paid, whether he paid or not, and he green screened your children, that means that it proves that he had minor children in his phone. I don't have kids, so he went after my nieces and nephew. Issue with me, no, bougie. That's fucked. I don't know any of that. I didn't I know everybody thought that I was cool with him, cordial, yes, but I've never sat with Floridaman. I didn't watch any of this shit. That's the first time I've seen that list. That's diabolical as fuck. Dude, all gloves are off. All gloves are off, dude. You have to be stopped. He has to be stopped. You have to be stopped, dude. So when people start posting your shit, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. You are not an advocate, sir. You're dangerous. You're not an advocate. You may not be like P3DO, Pred. Let me make this really fucking clear. Oh, what does his dad got to do with it? Okay, let me make something clear. You can still be a predator. Okay? That doesn't mean that you have any sort of particular type of interest in children, but you very much are that word. What you are doing to women and children and families is very much that word, sir. He has my kid in his phone. Yo. How many kids do you have in your phone, sir? Right next to the same documents of the P3DOs that you green screen. My abuser was contacted and he showed up to my job. Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, I get it. He doxed mine as well. He gave my childhood schmabusers a direct link to my house a week ago. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. That's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Yeah, it does, Nicole. It has to end. It has to end. I'm willing to do any and everything I can to help everybody. I don't care if we get along. I don't care if we don't get along. I will literally do everything I can to help. Any and everything. If it means that panels go live and dig up all of his own bones and start plastering his shit all over online, do that. If it's going to save a life, do that. Discord. Let me check. Yep, I got you. Um, how many kids do you have in your phone, dude? He made a direct statement. He wouldn't leave me or Retina alone until he sees an obituary on us. Yeah, and honestly, I have to be transparent and I have to own it. I didn't know any of that shit. When I tried to mediate, I didn't know the depth of any of that shit. I really didn't. I really didn't. And I feel like, and I have to be transparent and own it, if I did, and I knew that, and I knew this, and I would have known the details, I probably wouldn't have done what I did. I probably would have told you right then, like, all bets are off. And that's just me owning it and being transparent. 110%. This is actually fucking sad. This is actually sad. And on everything I love, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to help. We'll literally do whatever it takes. If I have to sit with all of these receipts and make reports, if it takes 5 of us with the same receipts making the same reports and trying to just be on the phone, then that's what it's gonna fucking take. But I promise I'm going to be, Floridaman, I'm going to be your worst fucking nightmare. I tried to tell you that in order to break through me, you were gonna have to dig beyond hell to try to reach what I fucking climbed out of, and I meant it, and you kept going. And it's not even about me. I keep watching you post women and children, and I got a fucking problem. Okay? I'm not this mad because you're posting a picture of my face on a fucking cheeseburger. I don't care. I love Twinkies. Don't give a shit. Okay? I could be 600 pounds and I'm still not even a quarter of the piece of fucking shit that you are. And I can't wait to tell the whole internet. And it is going to take some people to band together. And I'm more than willing to do that, whatever it takes. I understand why all of you would have came in hot. That's one of the hardest things when you're trying to like do something and people don't understand. And honestly, in that moment, I was part of the problem. I thought that I was trying to be part of the solution to try to make sure that innocent people weren't getting caught in the crossfire. But the truth is, these receipts that are pouring in, that had already happened. That not only happened, but that surpassed. The amount of fucking kids people who sit with him and help him dig, they're going to be held accountable too. Yeah, fact smash. No, I get it, but I have to own it. I have to own it, and I don't ever have a problem doing that. I just want the solution, and the solution for all of you between justice, the safety of your kids, and the safety of everything is shutting him the fuck down. It's shutting him down. And Bougie, I hate to tell you, because I've already been digging, right? We got some juicy bones, we do. I hate to tell you, but when it comes out, if you have him and his location on Life 365 and it comes out, you've known exactly where the fuck he's been this entire time, you're just as accountable. Yeah, I get it, Holly Mae. I get it. And now, as many people as we can get to report, because they can't ignore large, very large handfuls and groups of people. And what I can do is also be on the phone because I do have a direct connection because there is like a successful ongoing, right? Because Tweedledee, Tweedledum, and Tweedledummer thought that it would be funny to accuse me of having knowledge of a narco Rico rug ring, right? Because the first scenario didn't fly, so then we had to come up with a second one. The second he accused me of that, and I knew it was coming, all the receipts I was sent to prove the fraud, which a lot of those had a lot of his little buddies' names and full addresses on it, all of it got submitted, and it took. So the only thing you got out of this so far, little buddy, because even though you don't have an address, your pals do, was you implicated all of them in a crime, which also included Snark. Because unfortunately for you and this little keyword dictionary shit that you portrayed to the entire internet, that same keyword is in Snark's receipts too. Submitted. So, whatever I have to do, if I have to sit on the phone, if I have to call numbers over and over and over, if we all have to call the numbers over and over and over, each state has a different headquarters for FBI. I know that people hear FBI and they think it's really fucking stupid, but for some shit, they don't play. Rugs and kids are the top two. Rugs and kids are the top two. And stop sitting silent. Don't sit silent anymore. He's got bones in his closet on everything I love. Dig, figure out why he doesn't have custody of his kids. How did you go from having full custody to not having custody? We're gonna know. You're gonna drag innocent women and children. They're gonna put your shit out now too. And I hope you're geared up for it. Take it just like you've dished it. From everybody it's coming from. I kicked the basement door in on my team. And let me tell you, some of them are not nice. Some of them are not nice. Some of them don't care about your antics. Some of them don't care how much shit you talk. Okay? I want to make that very, very clear. They don't care. They love going to hell, and I'm going to let them. And I'm going to let them do it on my panel. So you can either shut the fuck up. Well, either way, we're going to keep going. This needs accountability. This is fucking crazy. You literally posted a woman with her kids and her family. Unblinked out faces. And you think this shit's funny. While covering P3DOs as an advocate. Do you know how dangerous that is, dude? Do you understand how dangerous that is? Do you understand that the very people you're portraying to be an advocate for, you're giving them literally a front line to children? Okay? What if you have a top dog supporter that you don't know that could have a P3DO record a mile long who's just as vile as you, and you're beefing with a family, you're beefing with somebody, and now you're posting their address, and this person just decides they want to be that crazy that day and go get vigilante justice for you. And now you just put out where a child sleeps. Okay? And that's why I held myself accountable for OG blasting Amy S's stuff to that fucking page. That's why. Because there wasn't anything that she did serious enough to me to make me think that it would be okay to go blast where her child lays her head. And I own that. The internet would have never known where that would have come from if I hadn't taken accountability. That is not what it was intended for. The point is that she sits in the panels and she co-signs the same shit, and her husband very much is law enforcement. And I gotta make it make sense somehow. But there is a difference. Yeah, no, facts. TikTok, the app itself, it's really, really, really hard to get them to give a fuck. It really is. But the mass reporting, the violations, every single post he makes, every single time he goes live, if everybody does it every single time, every single post, every single day, it's effective. They got my main. They took my main quick, all because they were mad. What did OG do with that info on Amy S? Okay, so she's waving around paperwork, right? The whole fraud thing. I'm taking Fair to court, this, and that, asking me to be a witness. And then with the panels that Floridaman was doing, the women that were in the panels, all the harassment and bullying. She's going to file for that too, waving the paperwork. Can you be a witness? All this stuff, all legal, right? So I'm like, yeah, of course. Of course, if that's what it takes to get this to stop, of course. Of course I'll be a witness. I'll fly anywhere to be a witness for a good cause. So she asked me for clause information, and under the assumption that it was for a legal purpose, I handed it over. I wake up the next morning and exactly carbon copy what I sent her ended up on that fake ass, I don't even remember the name of it. Like R1 page. Where apparently they were just doxing everybody. Number one. So I messaged her immediately. And I said, why is this page posting exactly what I gave you? I posted the text. Why is this page posting exactly? It took her like an hour or two. She finally called me. She told me, her response to me was, well, that page, like, I didn't mean harm. That page asked for it because they wanted to do a harassment report too. And my response to her was, that's bullshit. Because in what day and age were we born that we're going to believe a fake page who's already posting BS about people to file a harassment report? Okay? You can't actively file a harassment report from a page who's actively doxing people. Where it's not that serious to dox where kids lay their heads. in that situation. Harassment, bullying, like that's one thing, but she wasn't doing anything in the nature of it deserved to be put on the internet, if that makes sense. And I exposed it myself. I said I don't stand by that. Is it weird and funky that with a husband in law enforcement, that you're sitting and involved in all this shit on that side of the aisle? Absolutely. The fact that you told a DV victim that she was lying, the fact that you talked about a little girl's vajayjay, all that stuff, which is clipped. I have the proof of it. I wouldn't say it. It's weird to me, but it wasn't enough for her to be doxxed, and I don't stand by it. And 110%, OG manipulated me. I felt manipulated by her. That's not what the information was ever intended for. And you were literally feeding that page. And what's even more fucked up is you said you knew at least one person behind that page, but you knew for sure that it was at least 4 people. I have it in text. But when you called me, you didn't give a name. So no, I cut OG off right there. That was enough for me. That was enough for me. You were dishonest. And as a result, kids got doxxed. I don't even want his kids doxxed. I don't. Sending an email to the school to let the school that his kids attend, right? Giving the warnings and saying, yo, like this is what this man is doing on live. Like there's plenty of victims, and we live in a crazy world. Okay. I would never go that route, but we don't know who's going to do what. Look at what he's done. That he's literally covering P3DOs, and then on the opposite side of the aisle, this is what he's doing. Because at this point, I do fear for his children as well. Not because of me, not because of anybody I know, but if this is what you're going to do, that automatically puts fear and harm in people's hearts. I fear for my neighbors. I fear for my cousin, who's a very recent DV survivor. When you put her address out, she's got 3 kids. This is the internet. This isn't a fucking game. This isn't the grocery store. It's not your local church. It's the internet. Some people have no limits. I think your mother should know what you're doing. I would love to have a conversation with her. I would love to have a conversation with every single one of your family members, and who's to say that we won't? To at minimal figure out where you're at. A vigilante could have gotten Smash's info and got someone hurt. Yeah, no facts, but that goes for all of you. Retina, that goes for you as well. Your shit got put out there. I have green screen screenshots of that. Holly Mae. Smash. Still scrolling. These lists, and we'll figure it out. We'll get together and we'll figure it out. I want to know, out of all of these lists of shit that got put out, how many he actually green screened. And if there's any receipts or anybody that sat with him at this time that could confirm if he even received it in a Discord, who he received it from, and how he received it. We want it all. Who's this? Did it go away? Didn't mean to request. Because yeah, this is actually fucking insane. So at minimal, dude, at minimal, you have at least 10 kids saved in your phone. And OG, I don't know if you're listening or not, because I absolutely have you blocked, because you got me fucked up. I stuck my neck out for you, and you absolutely manipulated me, and I don't tolerate that shit. Right? I stuck my neck out. I tried to help you. I tried to do everything I could to help you, and you manipulated me. But if you sat with him during this time, you need to fucking come forward. You need to send somebody that you still have in contact with every single fucking thing you have. Any of you. Any of you. Because this is going to have to be a team effort. That's so fucking sad. This is actually sad. And spread love. OG gave him my number. Yeah, I think I saw something about that, Malibu. After the fact, I think somebody was playing it. I don't remember who was playing it. Spread love. You're gonna gear up, honey. You're gonna gear up, honey. Here's what's gonna happen with you. Because the cool thing about TikTok, you can portray yourself as a fake page. You can do all of the things that you like, but one thing that you can't save yourself from is a subpoena. And as soon as that page is subpoenaed, out comes your identity. We have screenshots. I want everybody to not only keep reporting, keep screenshotting every single thing she posts. Screenshot every single thing she posts. Scammy Claus knows who Spread is. See, I don't know. I've been given 3 different names of who Spread could possibly be. But I can't imagine that anybody doing that vile of shit who's been called out by their identity would keep posting said vile shit and not think that they're not going to be held accountable. And to all the pages, kind of like her, but on the right side of the aisle, all bets are off. All bets are off. I'm literally not going to say shit to anybody about anything. If it saves a life, then that's what it takes. And I don't want to hear anybody from over there crying, okay? Because it's not too late to walk away. Let me tell you something. If you want to be on the right side of the aisle now, walk away. Walk away. Because you don't get to cry. You don't get to cry now. You don't. You don't. You don't get to cry mental health. You don't get to cry any of that. Because you guys have literally spent the better part of a year destroying people. Completely destroying people. Oh yeah, no facts, Holly Mae. I saw their whole victim panel after they were like, oh my god, she did satire and made fun of people with drug addiction and all this shit, as if bro wasn't just making AI shit and has been making fun of people for that shit for God knows how long. The same dude who thought it was tea to tell the internet that my mom has a rack habit. Duh, bitch, I told you. Hello? Do you think that the adoption certificate just floated out of fucking thin air? I gave you the info, sir. Not a flex. Dealt with those demons. Next. And they all literally hopped on a panel giving their sob stories, right? But as it's happening to everybody else, they're double tapping and sending populars and haha and kiki and in the fucking chat. Okay? Y'all are either scared to walk away from him, or birds of a feather flock together and you're all the fucking same, and we will dig up your bones too. I want to know who's on the app, right? Because community guidelines tells us that if you're this, or this, you shouldn't have a platform anyway. What's it going to take? A lawsuit? What's it going to take? A lawsuit? What do they call those lawsuits where multiple people are involved? Class action? Listen, I'm all about the business and I'm pretty smart with this shit. Like, on everything I love, I want to be this dude's worst fucking nightmare. I showed proof. Already blamed other people for that. They said they doxed her DV. A lot of them are scared. Some of them are just as bad. Yeah, no, like I said, I have a couple of them in my DMs. And you're going to make a move now. You need to. You need to. Because in order to stop somebody like him, all bets have to be off. And if you're sitting there, literally, if you're sitting there and you're co-signing the shit, then what that tells everybody else is that you're literally signing up for the same shit. You're signing up to be the same exact way. Yeah, isn't that crazy, Malibu? Isn't that absolutely insane? Spread love private account. Perfect. 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 And it's a good start, right? Sometimes it's just the little things. We keep going. Yeah, she does have many accounts. All of them. Everybody who's participating. Everybody who's participating. I told you, I'm lowering my bar. I'm literally going straight to fucking hell. I'm going to be your worst nightmare, and I can promise you that there's going to be hundreds of people behind it. You are a problem. You've been a problem. You do nothing but create victims, and I have a problem with you targeting women and children, and I'm going to put a stop to it, even if it means I stick my own neck out. I don't care. There's not a single person that I won't go to bat for at this point. I can't watch it anymore. And I don't watching the stuff that happened with the other creator, the unalived, and just I don't know. I can't just sit around. I just can't even, I can't sit around. I can't do it. I can't do it. And I'm not even the one on the chopping block, but I feel like I need to stick my neck out. I have to. My team is willing as well. My team is willing as well. I have a solid fucking group of women who literally stand for what's right. I know that's right, Jabria. We have to. We have to. And it's sad that the bar has to be lowered to match the energy in order to feel like you need to get it to stop. But I feel like everybody on this side of the FYP, one of the ways he targets your mental health is making you feel secluded and alone. And I don't want anybody to feel that way. I want everybody to pay attention to who's active in the chat and who's also been affected by it. And please, if you hit that low, please reach out to one of those people that can understand. You're not alone. You're not alone. I don't want you to feel alone. Don't ever feel alone. Don't feel alone. Floridaman, Jabria. The absolute, complete fucking menace on this app. Did you know they accused me, Regina's smash, Malibu of schmurder? Of who? What? Did nobody bring up, like, has anybody, honest question, has anybody asked what happened to the old man? The one that he had pending charges and then the old man just passed away? Screenshots in there. What? Tina, what chat? Oh, the channel. Okay, hold on. Who is that? What the fuck is wrong with this dude? Who? You sent... Is this... Did he send this email? Retina? Floridaman, you literally emailed somebody's job and said she's a danger to your community, every community actually. I can send the proof that her behavior led to the passing of a man after she publicly put out someone's information for her followers to attack them. You are nothing, sir, but a walking fucking projection. You're actually fucking embarrassing. You're embarrassing. That's actually fucking insane. When you literally do the same exact thing to women and children, you do that to women and children. So when we start letting our emails fly, do we get to say women and children and include all of these fucking receipts? Huh? That's actually crazy. Do you want to share with the class, Floridaman, what happened to the old man who was pressing charges on you? Do you want to talk to the class about that? Do you want to talk to the class about that elderly man that passed away before the charges could get pressed? Oh, I know that he doesn't care because he has nothing to lose. He's made that very clear. That's why he has so many victims. Okay? But clearly, the fear that he's feeding off with all of these women and the separation and the division, it's just fueling him. All it does is fuel him. He loves the isolation. He loves to isolate women. He's made that very, very plain and clear. That's actually fucking insane. Control thing, it's been proven that psychotic people have control issues. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty plain and clear too. And the manipulation, you got to think about it. You can't be a career fucking criminal in actual real life, right? He uses manipulation. He doesn't just have one crime. He's got multiple. And all of them revolve around the same exact thing. which is fueled by manipulation. He gets what he wants via manipulation. He does the same exact thing on TikTok. And he uses women to do it. And his go-to is women that fuel his ego. I had no idea of this shit. And stuff is still flooding. I have never seen this stuff. This is like, I'm sorry for making any of you feel some type of way. I literally really was just trying to do the right thing. I had no idea it was this deep. I had no idea it was this much. Like, yeah, I kind of knew about him, but I didn't pay attention to him. I didn't sit with him. Um, I don't really peruse around like that, or like, look, I'm not even sure if I have the right words. I don't know. I'm terrified of somebody getting hurt. I'm terrified of somebody getting hurt. And I agree, Smash. Like, I had actually called him out at one point in an old Discord. I think it was when Becca had a public Discord. I can't remember exactly. But I was calling him out then for the charges on the elderly. But I didn't know the extent. I had no idea the extent. None. None. You know? And I didn't consider him like a friend. Did we talk and have conversation? Yes. Um, and I wish I would have seen this shit before that even happened. I wish I would have handled it all much differently. I wish I would have done something different sooner. Oh my god, this is so sad. I knew nothing of his history when I shared boxes with him. Yeah, no, and honestly, that's one of the toughest things about the app, right? Um, it's scary. It's scary not knowing who you actually sit around. Like for me, I'm like my immediate people, like I'm pretty good because I've sat with them for a really long time. Um, Scary though, especially for people like him. He's a prime fucking example of the dangers. Somebody who literally sits and portrays themselves as somebody who stands on the right side. What boggles my mind is how confident he is with it, knowing that he has a full public record. And it's damaging to people who actually do stand on the right side of the aisle, who actually are interested in doing the right thing and advocating. It puts people like that in a really bad fucking place. Because you're removing trust. You're removing that trust from people. And that sucks because if you really care about people and you really give a fuck about advocating for them, that's the last thing you would do. But I mean, it paints a perfect picture of who the fuck you actually are. And I cannot wait to put an end to you. And this internet facade, like this dangerous shit you do. This is some of the craziest shit. You're boring as fuck, bitch. You just keep recycling the same shit everybody hands you. You're not original. You've been posting shit. Okay? You posted children, you post deceased loved one. You're the same. You're the same. So if you think that you're exempt from this, you're not. You're going right along with the bunch, honey. You're going right along with the bunch. So you can private your page, you can do whatever the fuck you think you need to do, whatever that may be, but you're just as involved. Okay? You're either gonna stop today, or you're very much involved. And if you think that we'll give you a few extra, you're 200 people, okay? If you think that your 200 people are gonna overpower our 400 people, listen, you have another fucking thing coming. You have another thing coming, because we're digging it all up. All of it. Keep saying that you're going to have fun with my girlfriend. Keep saying that you're going to do this. Keep saying that you're going to do that. And for every new person you come for, that's going to just make me go fucking harder. Okay? I will go live every day. It's just going to make me go fucking harder. You thought that you were unhinged? Buckle up. It pays to know who you're fucking with. And usually it's the quiet ones you have to watch for. I just happen to be a quiet one. I like to think before I act. I like to think and think about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And if what I'm doing is smart. And when I hit the limit to know that I need to give myself the go to do what I need to do. I hit that limit. Here the fuck we are. And we're not going anywhere. Okay? And Smash, honest to God, I literally, before I hit the live button, that's exactly what I said to Amber. Honestly, the heat hasn't even really been on me. But I keep seeing it being put on everybody else. And he's creating division. And he's succeeding by creating the division and putting everything everywhere else. Instead of everybody coming together and putting the focus where it fucking needs to be. I know exactly what he's doing. Dealt with narcissists my whole fucking life. I know exactly what he's doing. And how you beat a narcissist is you beat them at their own fucking mind game. You have to beat him in his mind. He wants the fight, he's bored. Well, he's gonna learn what different kind of fight it's gonna be here in a second. He will try to put a divide between everyone coming together. Don't let it happen. Point blank, period, facts. You don't even have to, listen, you don't even have to stay around for a long time. You just stay around for a good time. And when this is all said and done, if you still want to say fuck me, that's fine. That's fine. I accept it. That's fine. If this needs to be the only topic and we just need to get through this and you still say fuck me, I accept it. I don't care. I don't care what you've said about me. I don't care what you have DM'd about me. I don't care about any of that shit. They could slap it in my face today and I do not care. My goal is to make sure that everybody affected knows that they have somebody to lean on. Please don't feel alone. Please don't feel attacked. Please do not be afraid to reach out to somebody. And to end this shit. To make it stop. Even if it means we have to come together and make sure that all those flyers hit every fucking gas station from here to California on every major highway. Literally, there's tons of shit people can do. Start sending out the fucking flyers. There's shit we can do. Actively hunt. Okay? From today forward, you are actively being hunted, dude. Quite literally, it's time for your accountability. And women and children come first. Okay? All the other little goofy fucking goobers that also want to make the posts and keep posting women and children and innocent people, you're next. You're next. I will put forth the money to make sure that your accounts get subpoenaed, and whoever the fuck it is sitting behind those accounts, you will be held accountable. I promise you. I put it on everything I love. Spread love. You're first. Yeah, listen. Spread love can barely even formulate a fucking sentence. So if that weirdo thinks that I'm taking anything that she says or posts seriously, I'm not. I encourage the same from everybody else. What they try to do is instill the fear tactic in you, right? And it sucks. It sucks seeing your people posted online. But at the end of the day, stand in your truth. You have to stand in your truth. You have to stand in your truth, and I know it's hard, but that's why I'm like saying, please reach out. Please do not feel like you're alone. Please pay attention to the people in the chat who have been affected and know like you have people to reach out to, and please don't be afraid to reach out to somebody. If you don't trust TikTok people, call 988. Please reach out. I am absolutely fucking terrified that he's going to take somebody's life. And on everything I love, I feel like that's the goal. That's what the message they're sending. That's the goal. That's what they want. There's no other reason to do what they're doing other than wanting someone's life. And I can't just not do anything. I can't just not do anything. Because that's exactly what he wants. And that's terrifying. That's terrifying. If you're not sure which direction to turn, if you want to stay anonymous, if you don't really want to be seen, mass reporting is the best way for you to help. Mass reporting is the best way for you to help. If they try to take this account from me, I'll have another one back up and running in no time. Not so sure he hasn't already, just saying. And honestly, I'm also terrified of that too. That's why I want to know the truth. That's why I want to know the truth about that old man. That's why I'm hell-bent. I am hell-bent on figuring out what happened to that old man that he stole from. And that man just was unalived prior to the charges being followed through with. Yeah, Grace, respectfully, I don't give a fuck. Does it matter how old it is? Does it matter how old your trauma is? Do you suffer from trauma? Does it matter how old your trauma is, or does it still affect you today? Get it together. Thank you. You gonna tell that to all these mothers whose children have been blasted all over? Huh? Is that what you're going to tell the mothers? Is that what you're going to tell the kids? The schools, the sheriff's departments, the jobs that got emailed? Huh? Come correct. Please and thank you. Why'd he deflect saying CPS went to his kids when he doesn't have them? Makes you wonder, doesn't it? I said that earlier. You got a lot of nerve talking about everybody else, all these mothers and these children and everybody else's kids and abandonment. And like I said, you actually I asked you a question. What did you run from faster? What did you abandon quicker? Your kids or those Pokemon cards that you hurried up once you robbed them from Florida and you took them up to Indiana? What did you abandon quicker? Which one? Which one was it? Of course you're not going to tell us, but we're going to dig it up and figure it out. You got a lot of nerve, dude. You are literally the walking deflection of every fucking chunk of awareness you try to bring to the app. His kids are a touchy subject for him. Maybe he should have fucking thought about that. For all the other kids he's posted and talked about. He doesn't get to cry about it. Kids are a touchy subject, huh? Your kids are a touchy subject, but you ran from them. You abandoned your children, but you have the nerve to talk about everybody else's. But it's a problem if we talk about his. It's not a problem anymore. It's not a problem anymore. Everything except be a father. Isn't that right? Everything except be a father. Worried about the next mother. Right? If we use his words, it was well, you posted it first. Yeah, didn't you try to say that my girlfriend abandoned her daughter? Isn't that what you tried to say? Right? Because you thought you'd hate bond with my old group. Right? Because that bitch is just as nasty as you are. Right? So you thought you were going to eat with that. Right? But when you hate bonded, what she failed to tell you is that I actually had to go live when she was lying about it for the first 3 months she went live talking about us, and I showed the court paperwork. I had to show the court paperwork on our entire life because the bitch you hate bonded with thought she was on live eating. That's who you hate bonded with. While you're such a truth teller and a fact teller and a receipt teller and a this teller, you literally jumped the gun on that thinking that you had all the tea on MJ, and you literally served piss for like the 9th time in 2 weeks. Straight solid piss. Okay? A 50-50 custody agreement is not abandonment, sir. Okay? All right? Pissy pancakes, we're trying to figure it out. We will figure it out. On everything I love, we're going to figure it out. We're going to dig it up. You have literally spent the better part of a year and a half, well, a couple of years, dragging the shit out of women and children. So we're going to find the truth about you. You ever so confidently go live with these falsified fucking weird receipts you show, dude. This is how I knew you were full of shit. The second I knew that the email was actually legit, that you just were hellbent on portraying that it was just a fake thing, once that came out and I was like 100% certain, I knew just exactly how much of a confident fucking liar you were. And how easy it was for you to portray receipts as if they were like the God's given truth. You're full of shit. You're literally a fucking liar. And you're willing to lie to destroy women and children. And that's weird as fuck to me. It's weird to me. It is so weird to me. Yeah, you literally said, I couldn't be bothered to see if they replied or if they stopped, because based off their history, they haven't, and I'm a man of my word. More content coming. Someone post their obituary and tag me so I know when to stop. But if we match that energy, is it going to be a problem? If we match that energy, is it going to be a fucking problem, sir? I don't think it will. I think that starting today, it won't. David, where you stole change from literally a breast cancer foundation. Literally a career criminal. Quite literally. And this shit just keeps flowing in. You're actually pathetic. Like, I understand why your name is your name. But if you think that you're going to just keep going without any sort of accountability, or think that all of your people... Oh my God. Yeah. All bets are fucking off, dude. All bets are off. All fucking bets are off. How about you go be an actual decent human, right? Since we want to portray like we're just some good man that actually gives a fuck, why don't you go actually be a decent human and go turn yourself in for the crimes you committed, for the people you frauded and ripped off? It's a full green light. Full green light. Full green light. Go be held accountable for all the people you frauded, right? You want Farrah and OG to be the topic of your fucking conversation, but you're the biggest fraud. Out of everybody you've covered, you're literally the biggest fucking fraud. The biggest fraud, an absent parent. How are you as a sibling? I guess we'll find out. Ain't that right? Huh? Every single thing that you sit and you bring awareness to, you are the complete fucking opposite. And you're fucking pathetic. And I'm about to show you how fucking pathetic you are. Okay? You should have dug deeper to hell. You should have definitely dug deeper to hell when it came to me, right? Because we all know your little tips and tricks, and we already knew that the next thing you were going to do was the same recycled shit that you got from the hate bond old group, right? Which was try to come from my girlfriend, right? They already came from my deceased niece, right? So you didn't win with that either. I gave you the tea on my mother, okay? There's nothing. There's nothing. You should learn who you're fucking with before you fuck with them. And I told you so. I told you so. I even gave you quiet time. I gave you quiet time, and you still want to poke and fucking prod. Okay? Something about a person who does their best to try to be a good advocate, even if they fuck up. Okay? I promise you that there's going to be more people gathered over here behind this, and I don't want to just say me because it's going to be a team effort. So I'm not even going to put an I in me. I can promise you that it's going to be more fruitful than the piss you're left with by the time we're fucking done. And all the people that are still going to sit over there during this, let me explain something to you. Everything will be put in a Discord, every screenshot, every person sitting in the panels from today forward. And when his ass gets arrested and he's no longer on the app and you don't have anybody to sit at the knees, I'm going to make sure that everybody knows exactly what the fuck side you chose and where you chose to sit at a point where women and children came together and men and families to do the right fucking thing, and you chose to sit over there. That's exactly where the fuck you're going to stay. Okay? I'm going to make sure of it. I'm going to make sure that everywhere you go, everybody on this app knows and understands what fucking side you chose. And if you choose that side, stay over there. When he gets arrested, stay the fuck over there. About all 12 of you that will be left. I've had enough. All this shit I'm seeing, I'm so sorry that any of this happened to any of you. This is fucking wild. This is enough to drive anybody mental. This explains a lot of things. This explains a lot of the judgment of behaviors that I had on a lot of people. I judged a lot of people's reactions and behavior not knowing fucking any of this. And for that, I am so sorry. Oh my god, I fucking love you guys. And just like that, we have all of your people. Just like that. All right? Oh yeah. Oh baby. Mm. Yeah. Yeah, they're goated. Um yeah, at least I know now. But it's sad. It's sad that shit like this happens and you don't know. Because things like this shouldn't happen. And people shouldn't have to keep reliving this shit and having to re-explain this shit, right? When it brings them trauma and it's making them act a certain type of way, they shouldn't have to keep fucking reliving that to get people to understand. And so that's honestly, that's a learning lesson for me. This is actually also a learning lesson for me because I wasn't thinking of it. I didn't think of it that way. I really didn't. Mm. Who is it, Florida man? Is it Chris or is it somebody else also raising Chris's kids?